what has been going on in the world of theme park news? Well, the weekly Roundup is going to tell you all about it. Plus, at the end, we will answer some viewer questions. We'll start with a couple of closures at the Magic Kingdom.
Both the Main Street Confectionery and the Chapeau are going to shut down for a bit as both refurbishments are part of the ramp-up for the Disney's 50th anniversary celebration.
The stores will reopen with fresh looks and expanded layouts, but Disney has not said how long the stores will be closed. In the meantime, you can get your sweets at Main Street Cinema and your hats at the Box Office Gifts.
And speaking of theme park shops, a new one just opened at City Walk.
Well, everything old is new again.
Let's
put it that way, because the Universal Legacy store has opened. Now, the merchandise is pretty much the same merchandise you can get throughout the park.
Correct.
It's just the decor, the atmosphere of this store has been revamped.
Yes.
To legacy things. So a lot of old props from old attractions, like Jaws, the Ghostbusters show, Terminator T2.
Yeah, Back to the Future stuff. And, really cool Harry Potter stuff, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really cool stuff. So it's the same merchandise. It's just, all that old stuff gives a lot of ambiance. Even the audio of the store, they'll play music that relates to the movies. But also they will occasionally break in with like some old cue tracks.
Exactly. And they show video footage, too, of some of the shows and the attractions and the queues as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a museum in there. Yeah. It's fantastic. It's so
very
great.
Retro, or legacy, as they use that term. So go check it out. In fact, I did a whole video kind of showing all the different props that are used. I didn't talk about the merchandise because that's just merchandise, but I showed you all the cool little props that are in that shop. So go check out that video if you can't actually go to the store.
Disney CEO Bob Chapek made some interesting statements recently.
They were interesting. And now I quote Mr. Bobby Chapek directly. Good old Bobby. Bobby says, our guest satisfaction scores since we've reopened across the world have shown that indeed our guests are even more satisfied than they were prior to the pandemic. So basically what he's saying, visitors are happier in the parks, wearing a mask, making reservations, not having fast passes, not having fireworks. That's essentially what he's saying.
And shows.
And shows, like live entertainment. Less live shows and entertainment. So add all that together and you guys are more happy in the Disney parks. I am not going to leave a comment on that or make a comment on it, but I would like you guys to comment on that statement. Let me read it again. Our guest satisfaction scores since we've reopened across the world have shown that indeed our guests are even more satisfied than they were prior to the pandemic. Now, if you visited the parks, please leave a comment. Those Disney parks. Let me know if you are indeed more satisfied with that Disney experience. Or just as a person hearing that statement, what is your first reaction, or what do you think about that statement? I'm not going to comment. I think my attitude's kind of commenting for me, but I'm interested to see what you guys say.
Okay.
But before we leave this topic, one more thing I should note. Disney World declined to release the guest satisfaction scores and provide more details on that Bob Chapek statement.
Things that make you go,
All right. But you guys just leave a comment. Let me know what you think of that.
Exactly.
At Universal Studios Orlando, the Jurassic World Velocicoaster getting closer and closer to opening. The latest thing, they have a height board.
Yes, they do.
Before you go into Islands of Adventure, they have a height board for all the rides.
Right.
Which is a good idea. Let your kids try that before they get into the park.
So they're not disappointed when they walk up to the ride.
Right. But they have added the Velocicoaster height.
They sure have.
It is around 51 inches, which is what we thought it would be. I was doing a live stream once, and we were talking to a bunch of the other people there, and we kind of determined that it would be 51 inches, which is a little shorter, or a little lower than like Dr. Doom and the Hulk.
That's interesting.
It is, because that will be the fastest coaster in the park.
Okay.
And it's only a lap bar.
Okay, so here I have a question for you. I'm throwing this out there.
Oh.
Okay, so there's been, we know that there's riders on
Yes.
the Velocicoaster testing it out.
Team members.
Team members, maybe some executives, maybe some construction engineer guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So my question is, never once have I seen anybody ride with their hands up.
True.
Not once. So I'm like,
Which
maybe
is
they're
weird.
told not to do that, but you would think, okay, if we're testing this out, put your hands up.
Well, that's a good
You know?
observation.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I see them going by, they don't have their hands up, which is a roller coaster thing to do.
Yeah, see, well, that's the thing, is that there's some people that just love to do that. So, but not once of all the footage I've ever seen has anybody had their hands up. So, it just makes, again, something that makes you go,
Maybe a testing thing.
Yeah, maybe they said just keep your hands down. I don't know.
For the group that was doing the promotional material,
Right.
they probably wanted it not to look that way. They wanted everyone with their hands down.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But it is interesting that the height requirement is shorter than the Hulk and Dr. Doom.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So it's not based, the height is not based on speed then.
Right.
Or inversions. I mean, there's inversions on, I think there's 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's 2 on the Velocicoaster. Hulk has 7. Dr. Doom has none. So
Right.
just a little interesting little fact that it's a little bit shorter. A Disney hotel has reopened. Disney's, All-Star Movies Resort?
Yeah.
It reopened on March 22nd with refurbished rooms.
Bonus. This is the first one of the All-Star resorts to get refurbished. Next up will be music and sports.
Right. And if you're interested in more hotel information, stay tuned to the question and answer segment. I do answer a question regarding the hotels in the area and the reopening of them.
Good stuff. So we have some exciting news for our UK viewers.
Yes, we do. The Disney Cruise Line, what is it? The
Magic
Disney Magic at Seas.
Yeah.
They are going to start having sailings for UKers.
Nice.
Starting this summer, Disney Cruise Line will offer UK residents a chance to cruise on the Disney Magic for a 2, 3, or 4-night cruise around the UK. As of right now, not a lot of details, but Disney did say the sailings would depart on select dates from London Tilbury,
Newcastle,
Liverpool,
and Southampton. Bookings begin in April for sailings of summer 2021?
Yes, so exciting for you guys.
Yeah.
Disneyland in California, not to be confused with our Disney World. I like to mention that because I mostly talk about Orlando stuff.
Yes, you do.
So I should let you know, Disneyland in California, not only are they reopening, they're starting some expansion plans.
Very cool.
It's a little unclear if this would be an expansion to the Disneyland park or if this new expansion would be a third gate to go along with Disneyland and California Adventure Park. I think most likely this would be a third gate. Another opportunity to sell tickets and earn money.
Okay, that's nice.
Now it could be a combination. They could expand the Disneyland park just a little bit and then also do an expanded section as a third gate.
Very cool either way.
Yeah. Time will tell, as Disney does have to work with the city of Anaheim on these plans and see everything get approved and things like that. So they just can't go do it. So time will tell if Anaheim and Disney get together and agree on this expansion.
Awesome.
And that is it for the news. Questions and answers.
All right, number 1 is from Fred. Lowe's Sapphire Falls and the Aventura are still closed. When will all the hotels be open?
Okay, so the 2 he mentioned are Universal hotels. And earlier in the news we mentioned some of the Disney ones are still closed.
Correct.
But they're reopening some of the All-Stars. When will they reopen?
Yes.
Maybe some more in the summer. Summer crowds.
Sure.
But I don't think everything will be reopened until, and this is just my opinion, my guess, till overseas travel is allowed.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought too.
A lot of those
that's
rooms
opened up. Yeah.
A lot of those rooms, would be occupied by overseas guests. So.
Right, and Orlando theme parks really seem to be driven by international travel.
Yeah.
So I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Number 2 is from Sean. At Islands of Adventure, between Superhero Island and Toon Lagoon, there's a building. Have you ever been there, and have you heard any rumblings of what might be happening with that building? Feel free to have Nikki sound the rumor alarm if needed. Well, thanks, Sean.
No. I have no rumors with that.
Okay.
But he's right. as you leave Marvel and go into Toon Lagoon, there is like an auditorium.
Like an amphitheater. Yeah, kind of.
Outdoor type stadium.
Right.
It's covered, but it's outdoors. I've never been in it.
And it's been used for several small little things through the years, but nothing recently.
It's been host to like some type of dirt bike show.
Yeah.
Maybe some cheerleader stuff.
Yeah, and then the celebration of Harry Potter days, they did have like a forum out there where you can.
But that was only for like 1 week out of the year.
Yeah.
So it's it hasn't been used in a long time, and I've never been in it.
Right.
And I've never heard them talk about it.
And never heard any saws or drilling or anything out there either.
No, and I think that would be very low on their list. They're building a whole new theme park.
Yeah, I still think the money's going to get funneled into that theme park before it is total huge refurbishments. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, changing that amphitheaters, I'm sure low on their list.
Gotcha. All right, number 3 is from multiple people. When you are vlogging in the parks, what kind of camera do you use?
Oh, excellent. I get this question from time to time. I just bought a new one, but it's the same as the old one. I use, right here, this is a Canon G7X Mark II.
Right.
They do have a Mark III.
Yes.
But I've heard that has issues with focusing. Mm-hmm. So I stuck with the Mark II. Just got a second one recently. It's got good internal stabilization.
Right.
So it doesn't shake a lot if you're moving and talking and filming yourself and stuff.
Right.
So I like that. We like the way the picture looks on this.
Yes, it's got what they kind of call skin softening.
I don't know what they call it. It's like a color coded thing, but
yeah, it makes your skin look nice.
I do think
which is what I want.
I do think we look better on a Canon than other cameras.
Yes,
so that's why we use that.
It upgrades you.
And also, look how compact this is.
Yeah, it's pretty lightweight.
So if I want to go, I can just slide this into my purse pants, my little cargo shorts that I wear, real easily.
Right. Some people walk around with a lot of gear and a lot of equipment, but you like to have the freedom of just having it be super light and compact and go into a locker fast or in your pocket or whatever.
Exactly. I don't like carrying a lot of stuff.
Yep.
I like to travel light. Mm-hmm. So, Canon G7X Mark II.
All right, number 4 is from Raymond. We noticed that on our last trip to IOA, there were 2 lines for Hagrids. One we were in was the normal virtual line, but on the other side of the rail was empty except for occasional groups of people who seemed to be moving much faster. I know there's no express for Hagrids. Were these folks part of the VIP tour maybe, or what?
There is now.
I'm just curious.
So he's correct. Currently, Hagrids does not offer express passes, but it was designed with an express pass line. Mm-hmm. Eventually, it will have express pass. We don't know when. Mm-hmm. So that's that other line you see. Now, as far as being in use, it could be a VIP tour. Mm-hmm. Or most likely, if you're ever on Hagrids and it breaks down and they have to disembark you from the train, they'll give you like this, a Ruby ticket?
Yeah.
And then that kind of lets you use express. So those could have been people who were on it, and it broke down, they had to get off, and they gave them a little ticket to express the line.
What about a disability line?
Yeah, that's too. Yeah, you're right. That too.
So I think it's a multiple use.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, number 5 is from Lorenzo. I'm going to Universal on April 1st to the April 6th, which is peak season, and I'm a little bit worried about how long the lines will be. Luckily, I'm staying at Portofino Bay, and we'll have Express Pass. If a ride is a 100-minute standby wait, how much time can I expect to save with the Express?
So Lorenzo wants to know, kind of the benefit, maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question, like an expected time savings.
Sure.
Now, that all depends. There's no good answer, but I would say a rule of thumb would be on busy days, because even on busy days, that express line can back up.
Oh, yeah, totally.
On busy days.
Yeah, don't expect not to have a wait. You're just going to walk right on. On busy days, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. A rule of thumb for me, maybe you want to chime in, but for me, I would say half the wait time.
Yeah, maybe a little less than half, but depending on how busy it is. But yeah, about half to a little less than half.
So 100 minutes, I would be okay with 50. Now, once we get over that halfway mark, whatever it may be, let's just say the wait's listed at 120 minutes. Once it got to 60, then I would start getting antsy. You know?
I would too.
That'd be like my ceiling of how long I would want to wait in an express would be half the time of standby.
Gotcha. I would agree. Yeah.
But sometimes it's a lot faster.
All right, number 6 is from Sharon. I've been thinking about doing the OI meetup, but I'm not a big fan of riding the rides. Is it worth it for me to go if I do not plan on riding many rides?
That is interesting.
I say yes, because if you love food like I do, you can try all kinds of food. It's fantastic.
That's the other benefit, of the Orlando Informer Meetup is short wait times for the rides and then all the free unlimited food.
Right.
Well, so you would have to take advantage of one of those, so your option would be the food, but how much food can you eat?
A lot. Especially if I'm trying something new. I don't have to eat it all. Plus, I think walking around and having the ambiance of being at a theme park at night and having low crowds just to be able to walk around. So, I don't know. I kind of like it.
Yeah, we love the Orlando Informer Meetup. We love it. But I don't think so. I'm going to separate myself from your answer.
Oh, see? Here we go again.
Yeah. For me, I'm a big rides guy, and I don't know. I personally, I would not spend the money to just walk around and eat and enjoy the ambiance. I mean,
if you have people that you're going with that like to do the rides, and you see their enjoyment and their excitement, it's not all about rides.
Right. I mean, there are some of the attractions are more shows.
Yeah, you
versus
can see.
rides.
Exactly.
Like, if they have the Born Stuntacular might be open, or
exactly.
the Minions and something like that might be open.
Yeah.
Well, if it was us having a conversation and like, oh, we're not going to go on rides, and we would not, I would be like trying to convince you not to go.
Oh.
But I love the event. But if you're not going to ride the rides, obviously it decreases the value of the event, in my opinion.
I'm of a different opinion. I think that if you can eat a lot of food and you can walk around and enjoy the atmosphere and enjoy the shows.
Well, if you are with loved ones.
Yeah, obviously if you're walking around by yourself, maybe not. But if you're walking around with people who are enjoying that and you can see their enjoyment too, I think it's a great atmosphere, and it's a lot cooler during the evenings.
Okay. Well,
there's
your answer. We were probably of no help.
Yeah, exactly. Of no help at all for that one. Sorry, Sharon. All right. Number 7 is from Andrea. Can you save a bunch of Universal gift cards over the year and use them to pay for annual passes? That's a good question, because I know people do that for Disney.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
That's why I included it in this video.
Nice.
Not that I have the true answer. I've never tried it.
Right.
I would assume, now if you guys know better, who asked this? Andrea, check out the comment section of this video. I'm going to give you my answer. I believe you can do that. You can purchase your annual pass with gift cards. I don't think that's going to be a problem. If someone knows better or knows for sure, leave a comment, because that's just me surmising the answer.
Gotcha.
So, I've never tried it, but I believe that should be valid.
Okay.
But check the comments. Someone might know more than me.
All right. Last one, number 8, is from Jessie. Our family is counting down the days till we get to visit Universal the second week of May, and my dad's favorite place to eat is the Monster Cafe. Do you know if it will be open?
It is sort of open right now.
Yes, in a weird kind of way.
During spring break. Now, this is when, the end of May?
Yeah, second week of May. I think it would be. I think it'd still be kind of in that window.
Well, here's the thing. It's open right now for mobile order with a limited menu. I think there's only 4 items on the menu.
Right.
But the good thing is you can mobile order it and still pick it up and eat inside the restaurant, which is what I'm sure your dad wants to do. Enjoy that restaurant, the inside decor and everything, inside atmosphere.
Yes.
Whether or not they're still going to be doing that when you visit, I'm unsure. A lot of what's happening right now is, things are a little uncertain. The crowds aren't as predictable as before. So they might try this for a while and then make a management decision like, oh no, we're not getting enough people ordering from the Monster Cafe. Let's discontinue the mobile order.
Right.
That possibly could happen before you visit. Hopefully not. But as of right now, if things stay the same, you could mobile order and eat inside the restaurant.
There you go.
That's it.
That's it.
Awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
And as always,
don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun.
Thanks for watching Rix Flix. And now, it's time to relax.